Good morning. Well, good afternoon actually, but good morning just sounds so much better. You're getting a sneak peek. Today we're going to do something I have been postponing, not weeks, but actually months. We're gonna do the Coral Bay extravaganza. We're going to make it the Coral Bay Reef, and today I'm excited. So I thought I should start now that I'm feeling it, now that I am up to it. I think it's because when I made like the pool noodle Halloween candle thing, discovered that actually cutting the pool noodle is so easy. And I thought it was going to be like a lot of work, a lot of time, but actually I think it's going to go super fast. I've collected like a bunch of pool noodles. I went to so many different kind of stores to get the right colors. I'm gonna get everything ready, my cutting board, my knife. I've seen people use like wire to put the little circular things on. I've sketched something out. I will go get that first actually, and I will show you what I want the coral reef to look like after we're done. Also super exciting. Or at least for me, we're gonna start decorating real soon, probably in about 2 weeks, or maybe even next week. We're gonna start decorating. Oh, I'm so excited. Like, do you see my face? I'm gonna get my stuff and I'm gonna show you what I wanna do. Got them all here lined up. Don't they look so good? I love my little color scheme. It's so cute. I've taken off my sweater. I'm so flippin' hot. I wasn't sure about this dark blue one at first. But yeah, I do think it goes. Look how cool. This is my little paper I was telling you about. Yeah, so I really want to do those ring type ones. Now I have 2 types of wire, and I think one of them is too thick. I don't have like a tool where I can cut it with, because scissors are not gonna do the trick. And then the second type of wire is actually like a Christmas craft wire. So yeah, I don't think that's gonna work either. I also picked up glue. You know what, I'll show you. I got this glue, all-purpose glue. We'll see. I got my glue gun again, but with the other project, the glue gun and the glue were actually too hot and it went through the pool noodle material. So I don't want to use that. Actually, that's why I got this all-purpose glue as well. This is like the thick, very thick wire. It is 1.6 millimeter diameter, or it has a 1.6 millimeter diameter, and it is like super strong. I think it's too much. And I know you're really close, but I don't want to get it. But I don't want to get the stain and stuff. And this is the other wire. See how thin? It's like too thin to focus. This is 0.35 millimeters. Me crab legs. A vicious crab. Cool. And I got some spikes to put my coral on. These are the school of fish that are going like above Coral Bay, above the pool noodle extravaganza. Then I want a couple of them that are cut like this. This is like a cool, not symmetrical cutting situation. I don't know. Then the rings, like I said. Then these intertwiny things when you cut, and then you cut again, and then they circle around each other. And then some background material. So the dark blue are the only ones that have holes, like perfectly cut holes in them. The other ones have like a star. These are from Action, the ones with the star. Yeah, and then these ones are just solid as a rock. The blue ones are gonna have to be my bubbles. And I want to cut them first, actually. And then I was thinking the purple ones, like the dark purple in the back, some of the green ones flat, and then the light green ones, I want them to be like this, which that has extra bits, which makes like the top go very wide, you know, like this. I will show you, I will put it somewhere on the screen, but I'm gonna start cutting my bubbles. How about this? A thumb wide. So far I have 3 shapes and I really like how they look, so I think I'm gonna try and put like the light wire through it and then hot glue every one of them together. Then this was like, okay, I like this as well, but the shape on the bottom you're probably not really gonna see because everything else is gonna cover it. So you know what? I'll just do it like that, even though it kind of looks like a question mark. I still really like it. See, that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna put the wire in it. That's gonna be interesting. These are like our bad scissors, so if they get messed up, it's okay. It's not gonna be strong enough, so should I just glue it? And maybe glue like a wire on the back? Is that gonna help? Oh, this is gonna be fun! Yeah, I think I'll need the hot glue. This is gonna take ages, otherwise prepare for the ice age. So the glue didn't work. The normal, like, all-purpose craft glue. So I'm using the hot glue gun. I'm like adjusting the temperature with just putting it on and off. So far it has worked. It doesn't stand up on its own, even with like the wire on the back. Had my dinner, got distracted, and now it's almost 8 o'clock at night. But I will show you what I've done so far. Yeah, the lighting is terrible. Like I said, it's 8 o'clock, so I have this piece. That's like a really long one. This one. And then this one goes like way higher because they were all first at the same height. And I thought, no, that's not good. And then I made these tiny ones just to have a little bit more of like. And then they were all going to the right. So I made that one. Looks like a 4, but then twist it. So that's what I did today. It's 8 o'clock. What did you do today? My phone is dead. But I do think I'm gonna try to do a couple more and then I will get back to you tomorrow morning. Stupid. I was like cutting it this way, even though when I was thinking about it earlier, sit down so you can see my face. When I was thinking about it earlier, I was like, I should cut it sideways like this, because cutting like that is going to be hard. And now I just forgot. And of course it's a million times easier. Here, like, put a couple of them next to each other, and then on the other side. Should I cut it even more sideways? But I think I need a bigger knife, because this one is too short to cut it like nicely. Look at that. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, I like that. And then if I cut this one like this, I have my third one. I'm a genius. Okay, better. I just had to pick up the camera. Lighting is bad. Get used to it. Because I was like, that's so stupid. Okay, this is actually not that funny, but I was like, I picked up this, and then I was like, just gonna put it here. Like, oh my god, perfect. I'm a genius. I literally just put this there, and I was like, oh my god, perfection. I am perfection. I think it's almost bedtime. We are the next day, and this is how it's looking right now. I think it's cute. This was pretty easy. Just cut at an angle and then cut out the sides. Just make a slit, another slit, and then cut the side. It's actually very easy to do, very fast. And I made a really big one just to like balance everything out, because it was kind of at all of the same height. I mean, this little different has a little bit of a difference, but I think I need to get like bigger sticks. I mean, I've tried to cut some of the sticks in half, glue it together, or I didn't glue it, I used sticky tape. These are 2 sticks together. That's cute. This is like foam you can find inside a box. So something to repurpose and then throw away, or... So yeah, you've seen me made these are just chunks, and then placed on a stick like that. This, I love this, but it takes such a long time to make. And I'm really feeling it. My hand is so sore here as well because of the knife, because of putting pressure on the knife, and I don't work with my hands, so I'm not used to it. Then this was very easy to do. Just bend one and stick it through the hole of the other one. Super easy to do. It was very easy. These ones are also like you bend one, and then I had to hot glue them piece by piece. And that's what takes so long, because I had to put pressure on them for a really long time before they would stick, and then sometimes they would come undone. And then these guys are also really hard. This one's kind of a fail. And I just put some of the chunks that came out of here, just put them in there. I don't know, to cover up the middle. Makes it again a little bit more cohesive. I've just plopped this. I'm gonna let it stay there, but yeah. I'm thinking, did I do anything else? Oh, I did. This is the aftermath, like I mean, it looks okay, but still chunks on the floor. But these ones, especially in the light at night, oh, they're gonna look so pretty as bubbles. So that's why I cut like a bunch of them, no, a couple of them into shapes for bubbles. I still have one more pool noodle in that color, so maybe I will cut them up into chunks as well. And I want to do the big purple swirly bits. That is pretty cute, isn't it? It's starting to get a shape and I like it. Yeah, I'm liking it. Thought it was gonna be quick and easy, which it wasn't. But look how cute. I do think it's fun, except for the little purple ones. I hated them. I mean, hate is a strong word. I didn't hate making them, but did love making them as well. And there aren't a lot of tutorials on YouTube, so let's start day 2 of making them. So the first thing I'm making is the, I'll call it curly coral. And the way to get a curly top is by dividing your poo noodle into 3 even parts. So at the top of your poo noodle, you're gonna mark 3 points. Try to make them as even as possible. Then you get your tape, you twirl it around downwards. Remember to only go like 2/3 of the way of your poo noodle, so you still have that solid base. Then you just cut next to the tape. Now this poo noodle didn't have a hole in the middle, so I did try to do my best by using an apple corer to go section by section, and then I went over it with some scissors to like cut the real jaggedy edges clean. Then remove the tape, twist your 3 parts around themselves, and that's how you get like the curly twirly thingies. Pretty easy. Then what I think is the prettiest thing of all the coral pieces, I don't know, to me it's all coral, so second coral thing that I'm doing. Cut your coral into really thin slices, as thin as possible, because we're going to bend them. I did hollow out the middle as well, again with the apple corer. When you have your slices, you bend it in half. I used hot glue to try to keep them together. Sometimes it would get undone when the hot glue was too hot and it melted away like the poo noodle stuff. Since it was such thin material, you really need to be sure that your hot glue isn't too hot. You just bend them. First I just hold them when they were cooling down. So then I got a book, a really thick book, and I just shoved every piece under it. Some of them still came undone, but then I just did a second layer with the glue and it was all fine. So after that, I taped 2 of the little sticks together because I wanted this piece to be a little bit bigger than the other, or higher, taller, whatever you want to call it. And then you just stick them on one by one, but reverse them every time, like top, bottom, top, bottom, top. You can see a little bit of the stick, but at night when the lights are dimmed, it's fine. You cannot really see it. They look amazing. Little update. I don't know if I'm liking the orange. What do you think? And I think it looks cluttered. I actually liked it before when there was like less going on. I mean, I do like this situation. But I don't like the orange, I think. And I thought I wasn't gonna like the dark blue, but it's actually the orange that's throwing me off a little bit. Coral piece number 3. So I took a piece of the poodle and then with scissors I rounded the top. Then I got some chenille wire, cut them up in pieces, not too long. Made them curly by twisting them around my finger. Used the shortest pieces on top and then the longest ones on the sides. And then I plopped it into my ugly thingy. And I made an orange version of that as well, did not film it. Oh, this coral piece number 4, I think we're at. Really easy, really fast, really fun to do actually as well. You just cut up some, what is it, half circles, demi circles, at random places. Like you really need to switch up the placement, the space between the next cutout. Here I am cutting some pieces with a slant, a little bit more slanted. Some of them a little bit thicker than others. It's fine. When you stack them up on top of each other, you just twist them until they balance out each other, so that in the end it just goes straight up. Of course, the stick helps. But I actually really like this one. I made this dark purple version and then I did a light purple version as well. Not really sure. Oh, the light green. Of course, yes. Oh, this color is so pretty. Yeah, so again, really easy, really fast. Slice like butter. Look how cool. It actually looks like something out of a movie, like how they do coral in a movie. Okay, again, a little piece of poo noodle, rounded out the top with scissors, and then I cut up a stick into tiny little sticks of about 2 centimeters long. I jabbed the little pieces in the poo noodle. I didn't hot glue them at once. I first tried to see like what pieces were good to fill up like the still empty space. And then I hot glue that little piece onto the stick, because if you don't hot glue them, they will fall off. When the glue was too hot, it again melted away the material. So, but look how cute it looks. I think it looks like something out of Finding Nemo. Again, coral. Yeah, so the collection is growing, it's spanning out. I didn't film how I made the little vicious crab. I followed a tutorial. I will put it down in the description, but it's just chenille wire, poo noodle, googly eyes, hot glue. I made eyebrows out of paper with some black marker and then just cut them out. With the chenille wire you make the legs, 2 little arms. For the claws I used orange paper, then drew on the shape with a black marker. For the eyes you just roll up a little bit of the chenille wire, just roll it up. Keep just a little longer piece at the bottom because you need to stick that into the poo noodle. Hot glue the googly eyes on the round piece of the chenille wire. Stick on the eyebrows, and there you have it. I think it's so cute. Oh, and here remove the orange. Like I said, I wasn't really happy with the orange. I'm also not happy with the blue, actually. I did say like the blue was fine, but in the end it wasn't. Coral piece number 7 or 8 or whatever, but this time not made out of poo noodle but out of coffee filters and sticks and paper. I used food dye and water. I think I used too much water. I would use less water, more food dye. I think I had too much water, which diluted the color of the food dye. I also was a little bit impatient and I put the coffee filters that were still wet in the oven because it took so long to dry and I wanted to do it that evening. I think it was too hot. I only put it on, I think, a 170 degrees Celsius. But I think it was still too hot. I did lower the temperature, but that didn't do a thing actually. Maybe because it was food dye. Some parts just, I don't know, it clung together. I had splotches, rings, circles, but not pretty. I would say spare yourself the time of making it by using just colored tissue paper. I think you can get almost the same effect. Like, there are a lot of tutorials on YouTube of flowers made out of tissue paper. Well, I think you can use almost the same technique as that actually, or just crumple up your tissue paper and you will probably almost get the same look, and they will look fine, they will look great, and it will be so much faster. So yeah, little tip, save yourself the trouble by trying to dye coffee filters with food dye. Just use colored tissue paper. I do think the little coffee filter piece that you can see right next to like this, the plastic sandcastle piece, does look really pretty, but on their own, I don't know if it's worth it. This is what I came up with so far. Just, we got our fish bowl, big fish bowl in the middle, surrounded by little fish bowl or sandcastles, 3 golden plates. I first picked out these dark blue bowls and plates, which are pretty, but this matches the vibe a little bit better. The little shovels next to them are green seashells. Still need to do like the seaweed curtains, and then I'm done. Oh, and draw some X's on the little fish. Coral Bay. Unless I think of some things more to do. I think it's the dark blue that's throwing me off, like the dark blue bubbles. So I'm thinking of doing them in this dark purple, so it would match the black and the orange better. And the dark purple and the green is like Ariel. I really like this little stool. I'm hoping it's from Action. I'm hoping they still have it so I can put the other one on it as well. It's not giving a lot of height. That's fine. And I still need to get something like a mousse that's used with floral arrangements to make the sticks stand up straight. Why am I so out of breath all the time? And then I'm thinking, should I use a black creepy cloth instead of a white? And here is the finished result. I really like it. I'm happy I went with the purple. I'm happy I ditched the orange, but still have my other orange accents like the sandcastle, the crab, the shovels. If you want to see how it looked the day of the party with all the food and the little cards, then keep a lookout for my next video, so subscribe, because the decorate with me video will be up next, and then after that I will tell you all about how the party went. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye!